Hello friends, welcome to my channel Keep Exploring. Today's topic, polynomials. In this video, we will solve some questions on algebraic identities from class 9 exercise 2.5 NCERT book. So we'll use some identities and solve the questions from this exercise. So let's start. So we have three questions here. Question number 1, 2 and 3. Using some identities, we will solve them. Now, let's see what are the identities we can use for solving these questions. Now, talking about algebraic identities, we have some expansion formulas and some factorization formulas. Now, expansion formulas, when we expand a expression, that is a plus b whole squared becomes a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. That is an expansion. So, these expansion formulas we can use. And for factorizing, if the question is asking for factorizing, just you have to do the reverse. So like a squared minus 2ab plus b squared becomes a minus b whole squared. So here the most important thing is identifying which formulas to be used. So let's start with the first question. The question says use suitable identities to find the following products. Now you can see here, so this is an expansion one. So to start with the first question, x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 10. So it clearly resembles to this identity x plus a multiplied by x plus b. So see here, so when you compare these two, x plus a into x plus b and x plus 4 into x plus 10, it is clearly saying that a and 4, b and 10. So a is equals to 4 and b is equals to 10. That means in place of a we can put 4, in place of b we can use 10. So coming back to our question, we have x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 10. So it is in the form of x plus a into x plus b. So see here, the first terms of these expressions are same and the other two are different. So from this you can easily identify what formula to be used. The first terms are same and two different terms, two same terms and two different terms. So here, so you can easily say that we can use this formula now. So x squared plus a plus b into x plus a into b. Only the thing is, in place of a and b, we'll use 4 and 10 respectively. So let's start. The first term is x squared, then a plus b, that is 4 plus 10 into x. You can see here, a is 4 and b is 10. Then a into b, so 4 into 10. So we get it now, x squared plus 4 plus 10 is 14x, then 40. 4 tens are 40. So just we have to substitute the values of a and b as 4 and 10 and we get this answer. Hence that is the expansion of x plus 4 into x plus 10. Let's see another question of the same type. Now we have x plus 8 multiplied by x minus 10. Let's compare this to our identity. Now here we can see in place of a we have 8, but here we see that here we have plus b but we are minus 10. So always think that whenever you are writing minus 10 can be written as plus of minus 10. Subtracting 10 is nothing but adding the negative of 10. So this one we have learned in integers. So here clearly we can say in place of b we can use minus 10. Hence a will be 8 and b will be minus 10. So let's use this for our question x plus 8 multiplied by x minus 10. So here first is x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab. Just you have to substitute now. So first term is here. Now when you can see here the same thing as told earlier, minus 10 has been written as plus of minus 10. Hence a becomes 8 and b becomes minus 10. Hence we get x squared plus a plus b. You can see here a plus b. A is 8 and b is minus 10 plus a into b. Same thing, a multiplied by b. Hence we get x squared 8 plus minus 10. So 8 minus 10 becomes minus 2 and minus 80. We'll simplify the brackets. So plus into minus minus. Hence we get, say, plus into minus is minus, so minus 2x. Again plus into minus is minus, so minus 80. The same question can be done directly also. As you can see, without using plus of minus 10, we can directly write x squared plus 8 minus 10 can be written directly, because here 8 plus of minus 10 is same as 8 minus 10. Hence we can write it directly. plus 8 into minus 10, the same thing, a into b, that is 8 into minus 10, and we get the same answer, x squared minus 2x minus 80, because 8 minus 10 is minus 2, so plus into minus we get minus 2x. Let's move on with the third one. The last question, it says 3x plus 4 multiplied by 3x minus 5. Now if we compare this with our identity, x plus a into x plus b. Here the problem is here we are having x, but in our question we have 3x plus 4 into 3x minus 5. So now we say that in the identity, it doesn't mean that every time we will get x. The only thing you have to see that whether the first terms are same or not, and the other two terms that we are adding or subtracting are different. So here it is the same thing. The first terms are same and the other two terms are different. Hence, in place of x, we have 3x. In place of a, we have 4. In place of b, we can take minus 5. So understand the concept. The terms should be same. See, the first term should be same and the other terms should be different. Then only we can use x plus a, x plus b. It doesn't mean that every time we'll get x. We have to get same term. So here we have the same term is 3x. So you can see here 3x plus 4 into 3x minus 5. Hence now we can use our formula x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab. The first term is x squared, but here for us what is x? X is nothing but 3x. You can see here in place of x we are using 3x. Hence we write 3x whole square. Remember 3x whole square. Then plus a plus b. Now a plus b means 4 plus minus 5. Now 4 plus minus 5 can be written as 4 minus 5. As discussed earlier, 4 plus minus 5 is written as 4 minus 5 multiplied by x. Now what is x here? X we have taken as 3x. Hence we are substituting 3x. Then plus a into b. So a into b is 4 into minus 5. Let's simplify the powers now. So 3x whole squared becomes 9x squared. So remember 3x whole squared. So 3x whole squared when you write, so the square function is for both 3 and x. So 3 squared is 9 and x squared is 9x squared. Hence we get it like that. Now next 4 minus 5 is minus 1 multiplied by 3x, and 4 minus 5 when you multiply we get minus 20. Now simplifying the brackets, so we get 9x squared minus 3x minus 20. As you can see here, plus into minus is minus, so we get minus 3x. 1 into 3 is 3 and x is already there. So minus 3x minus 20. So in this case you have to see that what are the same terms and what are the different terms. The different terms will be a and b, and the same terms will replace it in place of x. Let's move on with the second question. Sorry, the fourth bit and the fifth bit now. So using suitable identity, now see what identity we can use here. Now you can see the question here. When you compare to our question, so y squared plus 3 by 2 multiplied by y squared minus 3 by 2. When you compare it with a plus b into a minus b, see here, first term are same and second terms are same. Only change is one is with plus, one is with minus. So first plus second multiplied by first minus second. This is the concept. First plus second into first minus second. So here what is there in the first? We have y squared, and in the second we have 3 by 2. So that much only you have to understand here. What are the first terms and what are the second terms. So we have to identify how the identities are formed. So see here, a plus b, again a minus b means first plus second, again first minus second. So here in the first we have y squared and in the second we have 3 by 2. So we'll use it. So y square plus 3 by 2 into y square minus 3 by 2. What we get now? A plus b into a minus b. A squared minus b squared. So in place of a, we'll use y squared. In place of b, we'll use 3 by 2. Hence we can see here y squared is a whole squared because we are using a squared. Now what is a squared? A squared is nothing but y squares whole squared, because a is y squared. So its square we are finding. So y squared squared means square of a square, power of a power. So we get y to the power of 4 minus 3 by 2 whole squared. So 3 squared is 9 and 2 squared is 4. Hence we get y to the power of 4 minus 9 by 4. So just you have to see that how we are comparing the question with our identity and identifying. Next, same type again, first minus second into first plus second, same thing. A plus B into A minus B or A minus B into A plus B, both are the same thing. So just we'll compare with our question. Now you can see here this one and this one, you can see just they are interchanged. You can use the commutative. So the concept is first plus second multiplied by first minus second. So what is there in the first? We have 3. In the second we have 2x. So A is 3 and B will take as 2x. Now let's see. So 3 minus 2x into 3 plus 2x. So here we get it. We can use the formula now. A squared minus B squared. So what is A here? A is 3. So we get 3 squared. And what is B? B is 2x. So 2x whole squared. So we'll simplify the powers now. So 3 squared becomes 9. And 2x whole squared. Again, I repeat, 2x whole squared. So 2x whole squared becomes 4x squared. So this way we have used the identity A plus B into A minus B. Next, evaluate the following products without multiplying directly. That means we should not multiply directly like 103 into 107. We should not multiply directly. We have to use some properties. So we'll see here how we can use identities to solve this question. Now the question is 103 multiplied by 107. So it is a product of two things. So when you get questions of this sort, we know that we have only one identity which uses this one. For this one, let us expand it first. 103 can be written as 100 plus 3 and 107 can be written as 100 plus 7. So when we get questions of this sort, so first you have to expand. So after expanding, what we get, you can see here, this is exactly the formula that we have, x plus a into x plus b. The first terms are same and the second terms are different. So here when you compare, so in place of x we have 100, in place of a we have 3, in place of b we have 7. So x is 100, a is 3 and b is 7. So just we'll substitute now. So x plus a into x plus b. Now we can easily use the formula. So here you can see first terms of the polynomials are same and the second terms are different. So here we'll use the formula now, x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab. Now here what is x squared? X squared means 100 square plus a plus b, 3 plus 7 into x, that is 3 plus 7 into 100. So here the same thing we have written, a plus b into x, 3 plus 7 into 100. Because a and b we know 3 and 7 and x is 100. So 3 plus 7 into 100 plus a into b, that is 3 into 7. So after simplifying the powers we get 100 square. So we get 10,000 plus 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 into 100 plus 21. Hence after simplifying we get the answer as 11,021. So we can check our answer by directly multiplying also. So here we see that how we have converted our question into an identity and using the identity then after. Moving on the same way, now 95 and 96. So 95 into 96 although can be written as 90 plus 5 and 90 plus 6 also, but again multiplying with 9 and 5 is becoming a little bit complicated. So what we'll use, we know that 95 and 96 are closer to 100. So we'll use 100 because it is easier to multiply hundreds. So 100 minus 5 and 100 minus 4. So now let's compare with our identity, x plus a into x plus b. So here when we compare, you can see here the first terms are same. 100 is there, here also 100. The next terms are different. As I said, so plus a is minus 5. So x will be 100. A will be minus 5 and B will be minus 4. As 100 minus 5 is nothing but 100 plus of minus 5. Hence this A becomes minus 5. So without writing plus of minus, we can use minus 5. So our question becomes now 100 minus 5 into 100 minus 4. So we'll use the identity x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab. So what will be x squared? First is x squared. X squared means 100 squared because we have taken x as 100. Next, a plus b, that is minus 5 minus 4 into 100, that is a plus b into x plus a into b. So here we are just putting the values of x, a and b and getting the answer simply. So 100 squared, then minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9 into 100 plus minus 5 into minus 4 we get 20. Just simplifying, we get the answer as 9120. So in this way we have used the identity. Moving on, another question. Now see here, 104 into 96. When you have a short of this question, so you can see here 104 can be written as 100 plus 4 and 96 can be written as 100 minus 4. See here, we are using the exponent in such a way that our calculation becomes easy, right? So here we have same terms, here also same terms, but the sign is different. So this we get it the identity as a plus b into a minus b. See here, same terms are there, just addition, one is subtraction. Next, so when you compare this to our question, so easily we can say a is 100 and b is 4. So simple thing, now we can use our identity a plus b into a minus b. So that will be a squared minus b squared, where a is 100, so 100 squared, and b is 4, so minus 4 squared. So 100 squared minus 4 squared we get 10,000 minus 16. Hence we get the answer 9,984. Next, now here we have factorization. So already I told how to use factorization, just the reverse we have to do and get the answers. So we have the question 9x squared plus 6xy plus y squared. Now the most important to identify which identity we use. Now see here, x squared and y squared. We have two squared terms and one middle term. So where we get these types of identities? Only in this case, you can say here, two squared terms and one middle term. You can say this, two squared terms are there and one linear xy terms. So here, let us compare our question with our identity. So a squared plus 2ab plus b squared and 9x squared plus 6xy plus y squared. So if we compare, we can say a square is 9x squared. So a will be root over of 9x squared. So here, if a squared is 9x squared, a will be root over of 9x squared, opposite function of square, and so root over of 9x squared is nothing but 3x. So this is the same way. Suppose 9x squared we can write as 3x whole square. So if a squared is 3x whole square, then a is equals to 3x. Then b squared is y squared. So b will be root over of y squared, that is y. Hence we see that a is 3x and b is y. So in place of a we use 3x, in place of b we use y. Now the thing to say is how we use it. So our question is 9x squared plus 6xy plus y squared. Now this 9x squared, we will write it as 3x whole squared. So 3x whole squared is 9x squared. Then here we have to just bring this question to this identity. So first one square we have got. Next middle term, 2 into a into b. So a is 3x, b is y, 2ab. So just we'll check it once whether we are correct or not. You can see 2 3s are 6. Okay, x into y is xy. So our it is correct now. So next y squared. So you can see here a squared 2ab plus b squared. This is a squared 2ab plus b squared. Hence we can use this identity now, a plus b whole square. So now what is a plus b now? A plus b is nothing but 3x plus y whole square, where a is 3x and b is y. So just the thing you have to say that whether we are able to convert the first and the last term to their perfect square form or not. So we have to convert them into square forms and then easily use this identity. Moving on to the next one, same thing. See here, 4y squared and 1. So these ones should be converted into square forms. So we'll get like this. So we have the formula a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So let's compare this with our identity a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So when we compare of this form, a squared will be 4y squared, hence a will be root over of 4y squared, that is 2y. Or else we can say like this, so 4y squared can be written as 2y whole squared. So if a squared is root over 2y whole squared, then a is 2y. Next, b you have to find out now. B square is 1. So 1 is nothing but 1 squared. So if b squared is 1 squared, b will be equals to 1. See here, 1 can be written as 1 squared. So it is also a squared number. So if b square is 1 square, then b is equals to 1. Now let's see how we use the identity here. So we have the question 4y squared minus 4y plus 1. The first term is a square term. So 4y squared should be written as 2y whole squared minus 2ab. So minus 2 into a into b. So here a is a 2y and b is 1. We can see here a is 2y and b is 1. 2ab. So we can check it always. So here we have to get minus 4. How to get minus 4? You can see here minus 2 into 2 we get minus 4, y into 1 y. Next 1. So 1 is written as 1 squared. Hence we get the formula a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, where a is 2y and b is 1. Hence we can use it now, a minus b whole squared, that is 2y minus 1 whole squared. The last one, x squared minus y squared by 100. Now see the identity. Here there are only two terms, that is the difference of squares. First square minus second square. So where we have seen these identities, just you have to memorize once. First square, square minus another square easily. That is in a squared minus b squared only. That is the difference of the squares. First square minus second square. So if you will compare this one to our question, you can easily say a squared is nothing but x squared. So a will be root over of x squared, that is x. Similarly, b squared is y squared by 100. So b will be nothing but root over of y squared by 100, that is y by 10. So y squared by 100 is nothing but y by 10 whole squared. Hence b will be equals to y by 10. Now we will use a as x and b as y by 10. Now a squared minus b squared, you can see this. Now it is written in the form of a squared minus b squared. So here we can see a squared minus b squared is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. So when you say a and b, that is nothing but x and y by 10. First plus second, first minus second. So what is there in the first? First we have x, second we have y by 10. Again first minus second, x minus y by 10. So just you have to think of first term and second terms here. So we get x plus 10 multiplied by x plus y by 10 multiplied by x minus y by 10. So in this way we can use the identities to solve these types of questions. Thank you and keep exploring.